turns up at my door and starts banging on my door. Musha! Boom, 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 boom. I'm like, oh, hell no. Hey my loves, it's Musha and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is gonna be all about my Tinder date that went wrong. So it's a story time, you know, grab some snacks, grab a cup of tea if you like tea, something, you know, get comfortable, let's talk, let's have a conversation, you know, let's have a slumber party, let's talk. Let me give you another story time, okay? So this is a Tinder dating story time. Are you guys ready? Okay, so I'm fired up, I'm ready. Are you guys ready? I'm ready. Okay, so before we get into this video, you're just gonna do one thing for me, guys. Subscribe to the channel, okay, and hit the bell button so you will get a notification. Come on, hit the bell button. I'm waiting for you right now. Hit the bell button and subscribe if you're not subscribed. Also give it a thumbs up down below. Let's also get this video to 100 likes if we can. So how do I start this? So Tinder had just started, okay, and this is when Tinder just, you know, launched. This is not now. I wish it was now. Now I don't take Tinder seriously, so I wouldn't even dare go on there. If you know, then you know, because guys just use it as a place to just have a quickie with people, have sex with people. It's like a place where you go to when you're horny, and that's what Tinder is for me in my mind. That's what I experienced. I'm gonna tell you about the stories. You know, I'm there, I'm on Tinder, you know, you swipe, I think it's swiping, in it. You swipe left or right, so I'm busy. I create a profile. I'm like, okay, let's see what this Tinder is all about. You know, so I create a profile. I put my best pictures up as you do. You know, catfishing and whatnot. No, it was actually a picture of me. But you know, but obviously we all catfish online, but not to that extent. So I put up a picture of myself, I start swiping, I'm doing that, the whole, you like somebody, you swipe right, and then you know, you have matches. So the way Tinder works is, obviously, for those who've never experienced it and you've never gone, let me give you a lesson, a quick Tinder lesson right now. Right, so this is how it works. You sign up, and then you put all your details in, and then it's gonna bring up all the people, I think, all the people that in your, like, close in your area range. Like, it gives you a radius of like the people close to you and things like that. So through those people, it will bring like people that you might have similar interests and things like that. I don't know if that's what it is right now, because it was kind of a long time ago when I did, and maybe they've upgraded and, you know, things have changed by now, but I don't know. But this is how I remember it. So obviously they give you a radius of people that are close to you, and then when you start the whole swiping situation, it'll be bringing up people, and then you can either swipe left, I think it's left if you don't like the person, or right. So left if you don't like the person, and then right if you like the person. So when you're swiping, when you swipe right, when you like the person, if that other person also swiped right on you, then you guys are a match. Then you start a relationship, and then you live happily ever after. I mean, no, it doesn't work like that. I mean, some people have found relationships and got married from Tinder, don't get me wrong, because these things are possible. You might just run into your soulmate. You might just run into the person that you've been waiting for, and they were on Tinder. You know, because at first I think people took it really seriously, because obviously it was a dating app, but then it's free. So a whole bunch of like people joined, you know, a bunch of teenagers, a bunch of like weirdos, just a whole bunch that you'll find there. So basically I'm swiping, I've matched with a few people, I'm having conversations with different people. You know, like they said, don't put all your eggs in one basket. You gotta diversify, so that you never know which one is gonna, you know, is gonna multiply. So I didn't put all my eggs in one basket. I was chatting to all these people. I'm talking, trying to see who's potential, trying to see who's more serious. So I started talking to this guy. He sounded very, you know, like he was serious with what he was talking about. Okay, probably read my bio and just thought, yeah, I'll tell her what she wants to hear. Okay, so I started talking to this guy, and then, you know, he's asking me, oh, so where you from? I'm like, well, you mean originally or what? So I'm like, he says originally, and I'm like, well, I'm from Zambia. So he's like, oh, really? I'm also from Zambia. You know, I used to live in what's the capital city of Zambia? Like, My G didn't even know the capital city of Zambia, but he said he used to live in Zambia. So he's like, yeah, what's the capital city? I'm like, oh, do you mean Lusaka? He's like, yeah, that one. I used to live there when I was young. And I'm like, okay. But you know what? You don't think about those things like during that time. You're just excited to talk to this person. And you don't think about any of those things, so you just like okay. So he's asking me like what my long-term plans. This, I was a bit young then, obviously, like, and naive, and so he's asking me like my long-term plans. We had been chatting for maybe a few days or so, and yeah, like we had been chatting like for a few days and stuff. So I don't know if it was a few days or a few weeks. I don't know. I think it was a few days. I think maximum. I'm not even a week, up to a week. We had been talking, and he asked me like, what are your long-term plans for the future? So I'm like, you know what? This is every girl's dream. I want to be married by the time I'm 25, and I want to have like what did I say? I think I said I wanted to have like 4 kids or something like that. Have a good job, have a nice husband, want to be married, So I'm like pouring my heart, I'm telling him all these things. So he's like, oh my God, that is so me. I want to do, I want to do all of those things. Like, that is so me. Like, we have so much in common. He was like, oh, I think I found the girl for me. She's, he's like, oh, the girl for me, she wants to be married by 25, and she want to have 4 kids, and that's exactly what I'm looking for. I want to I want to marry her, I want to make her my wife, and I think I will do. And she's kind of cute, so he's talking to me, talking about me. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, so he's telling me all these things. I'm there like blushing. I'm like, oh my God, this guy, where have you been all my life? And he's like, I've been here, ma'am, I've been here. So he's just like being a real gentleman, but obviously through the lies. I was so, what's the word, naive. I was so naive to not really see what this guy was doing. So so basically what happened was, he now starts saying, oh, I think we should meet, we should go for it, like we should meet and things like that. And I'm like, yeah, like, we can go out on a date or something like that. We can go for a meal, because that's what you do when you're talking to a stranger that you've never met. You go in a public place, you get to know them there, then you can trust them enough to bring them to your house, okay? So I say, yeah, let's go on a date. I prepare my outfit and everything, me, I always get a new outfit when I'm going for a date and things like that. Oh, when I'm just going for anything, I always have to get a new outfit, which I need to stop because I need to save money. So he says, yeah, let's do this date thing, whatever. So I'm like, okay. So I think we scheduled a date and everything, and then last minute he pulls out. He's like, I'm just busy, I can't do this, I can't come to the date, blah blah blah. I'm like, oh, whatever. So I'm just like, I'm like, okay, what, like what? Anyway, I was upset because I was like really looking forward to it. I had like my my clothes ready and everything, and I was looking forward to slaying and going on this date, getting to know this person. Then he cancels on me last minute, and I'm like, okay, what? The guy, now he comes back and starts talking to me as normal. He starts talking to me, and it was like midnight, and then he's telling me that, oh, I would really want to see you and stuff, but I really miss you. I can't get you off my mind. I just want to see you. And I'm like, yeah, but we can always schedule another time, we can go on a date and things like that. And then he says, yeah, I just want to see you. Then he's like, I want to see you tonight. I'm like, tonight? Oh, hold your horses, hold on. Like, tonight, like, what is this? Why do you want to see me tonight? Like, why do you want to see me so bad? And then he's like, then I don't know, like, oh Lord, I feel so embarrassed to even say this, but you know what? It was in the past. It happened. We move, sis, we move. But anyway, this guy was using the push and pull method. He was like, you know, getting all moody and things like that. So then that makes me feel bad when I said, no, you can't see me tonight because it's late. And then he starts getting all moody. That's called the push and pull method. If you don't recognize that, girls, you know, this is what guys do sometimes. You know, they'll ask for something and then you don't give it to them there and then. They'll start acting like a kid and throw tantrums. And then it makes you, you know, retract everything you said. And you're like, all right, then let's, you know, come on then, you know, things like that. That's what they do. Not all of them. I'm not speaking for all guys. You know, don't come for me, okay? But I know a few guys do this. So yeah, I tell him you can't see me tonight. Then he's like, he starts getting all, you know, mad and everything. And I think like the minute he started being like that, for me, that should have been my cue. I should have been like, nigga, I'm out of here. Like, I'm done with your ass. You know, like I haven't even met you, and you're out here, you know, getting all moody and stuff on me. We're not even together and things like that. Like you haven't even taken me out on a date, you know, and things like that, and you want to get moody about stuff like this. So, you know, I'm just like, okay. So I start feeling bad. I'm like, oh, and then I felt like I think I was I felt like, oh no, I'm gonna lose him. So like if I don't do what he wants, I'm gonna lose him. And those are the tactics like some guys use. They'll do stuff and then you start thinking, oh my god. So you now rush back to them and then, you know, you do whatever they ask you to do, even if you don't want to. And you shouldn't do that because it's not good. You shouldn't be doing things unless you really want to, okay? So this is what he did. He was like, he wanted to come over and I said no, and he went in a boo. And then I was like, okay, whatever, you can come. Like, my nigga flew over to my house like in a jiffy. If I tell you this motherfucker came to my house like no man's business, like the way he came to my house, let's take a moment of silence for how fast he came to my house, okay? I think he got a taxi from his location, and his location was about half an hour away. This is what I was saying by Tinder giving you a radius of people who are close to you. So he was 30 minutes away from me, and he got a taxi because at the time when he wanted to come to my house, there was no public services going. So my nigga jumped in an Uber or taxi or something, and before I knew it, he was at my door. Like, he was, you know, he was here at my house. And well, not this house, the house I used to live in previously. But yeah, so he was at my house and I was just surprised. I'm like, okay. So I think it brought food. I think it brought a takeaway. We ate and okay, so we had food, obviously, watched a movie or something, because I think that was pre-Netflix. I don't know if Netflix was about, well, I didn't have Netflix then, so we didn't do Netflix and chill, but we had food and chill. So we ate the food, and you know the rest, you know the rest, okay? So, you know, we decided to go to bed and stuff like that. We went to sleep. We're sleeping, okay? Sleeping. It's in the middle of the night, not in the middle, like it was probably like 3-4 a.m. in the morning. Do you know what happened? Some other guy that is still hung up on me decided to show up on my door. I would tell you who this person is, but I'm just gonna keep them out of this because I don't do that. I don't tell people who the guys are. But some other guy that was still hung up on me, you know, decides to show up to my door 4 a.m. in the morning. Decides to start knocking on my door. This guy, you know, I'd been with him, we'd been done, but he was like, he was still hung up on me. He used to come over and things like that, and even though we were done, like, he used to come over because I wasn't with anybody, and I would just allow that type of behavior, which I shouldn't, you know, I don't do anymore. So he used to come over, but I'm like, okay, I left him alone, I'm done with you and stuff like that. And then he shows up at my door when I got my Tinder date in the house, okay? Shows up on the door. Do you know what? So embarrassing. Turns up at my door and starts banging on my door. Musha, boom, 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 boom. I'm like, oh hell no. This is not happening. He was literally, do you know how the police knock on your door like, police, open up? He was banging on my door like that. Musha, open the door, open the door, open the door. I'm like, oh my god. So this person is in my bed, is asking me now, who's that? And I'm like, oh my god, Lord have mercy on my soul. He's like, who's that? And I'm like, so I start telling him, and then he's like, oh my god. So I'm just like, just keep quiet, don't say anything. He's there shouting through my letterbox saying, I know you're in there, open the door. And I'm like, oh my god, this is so embarrassing. This is so embarrassing. He's like, I know you're in there, open the door. Like, come on, open the door. I'm like, obviously this guy was drunk, as we can tell, because no one in the right mind goes to someone's house at 4 a.m. in the morning and start banging on their door and start shouting, I know you're in there. Like, who does that? He knocked and knocked and knocked, and I just kept quiet. I didn't say anything. I was just like, because it was probably gonna get ugly. Imagine if I let him in and then he finds and I'm with this other dude, then it's like, oh my gosh. So I'm like, no, you're not coming in here. Like, this about to get ugly in here. So I just kept quiet. I ignored him, and he knocked and knocked until he left, and then we went back to sleep. And this guy, you know, in the next day, he just, you know, he left early, very early in the morning. He went home, and yeah, I never heard back from him again. So I don't know which part. I was like, okay, so is it the part where this guy turns up at 4 a.m. in the morning, or is it the fact that he got what he wanted and now he decided that he was no longer interested in me? So I don't know. But, you know, it could be, it was probably, you know, the first part, obviously, the fact that he got what he wanted, and the other part he didn't really care about. But obviously, if he was even considering committing to me after that, you know, that incident of people banging on my door, he was probably like, oh hell no, I am not about to get involved in all this drama. So he probably left and thought and then so the next day, you know, he was back on Tinder. Like, you know, you can tell people are online, and he wasn't even replying back to my messages. So I was just like, okay, I see. So that's what it is now. That's how it is. That's how it is now. Okay, I see. Okay, I see. Well, that's how that Tinder date went to the left, you know. He didn't go to the right, he went to the left again after we swiped right. No pun intended. But yeah, that was that. So obviously after that I never went back onto Tinder, because when I go onto Tinder and now start connecting to Facebook, so it's like all these weirdos from Tinder started finding me on Facebook. I had to now deactivate my Tinder because I'm like, I needed to close off that chapter because all these people were following me to my Facebook, and I'm like, no. So yeah guys, I hope you really enjoyed that video. I hope you enjoyed the story time. Let me know if you've ever been on Tinder, or would you consider being on Tinder. I wouldn't advise you go on Tinder, okay? I just think it's, you know, I don't know about now, maybe things have changed, maybe it's a bit more serious, but I just wouldn't advise it. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys for watching, and don't forget to smash the like button. Again, let's get this video to 100 likes, okay? Alright, this lets me know that you like this kind of content and you are entertained, okay? Alright, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. I love you guys. Bye for now. Bye.